This is gonna be the best granola you've had in your whole dang life, and it's one of the most popular recipes in the whole Genius Recipes milieu on Food 52 for very good reason. Milieu. Is that the right word? This one simple little recipe is going to make breakfast better for you forever. What I didn't realize when I first learned about making granola from a Food 52 community member is how incredibly simple it is to make your own. I sort of put it in this category of things that you have to learn how to do and get really good at. You don't have to do that with this. So if you've never made granola, the great thing that you're about to see is that all you have to do is stir a few things together and you just made granola. If you love making granola, this one is probably going to be the best one you've ever made. So the most important thing with granola, of course, is usually oats. No different in this case. Sorry, I have to keep counting my head because I need to do 6 of these. That was 5, and that's 6. So this is the version of Nekisia Davis's granola that she makes for Early Bird Foods that is just her classic seedy, nutty granola, but she also makes other flavors like a chocolate one called Chock-a-Doodle-Doo. There's one called, I think, Cherries Jubilee that's got pistachios and cherries. And that's one of the great things about this recipe is you can do truly whatever you want and put in whatever things you love. But this basic version is a really great place to start. So we've got oats, we've got pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds. You can change up these proportions however you want. Whole, well, I guess halved pecans. You can chop these up roughly if you want. These are really an amazing ingredient. Basically, you're looking for the kind of coconut that's like these big, wide shavings. They toast up in the oven and get so good, like potato chips almost. This is the really, really genius part of the recipe, the things that go on to glaze all of this stuff and get sweet and a little salty and crunchy. It's 2 kinds of sweetener, light brown sugar and maple syrup. And then this guy is really the star of this recipe. Before this recipe came out, most granolas used melted butter, or a lot of them used vegetable oil or other kinds of neutral oil. This is olive oil. We all know and love. It brings a savory layer of flavor to this that balances out with the sweetness, and I think that's what makes it so addictive. And the very last thing is salt. And you can start with a good pinch here, but then you want to add the salt too at the end just to taste. Salt's really important for balancing out all this sweet. It's why people have gone crazy for this recipe. This is so easy to stir together that when we shot this for Food 52 back in 2012, I think, it was the first time that we decided to shoot in Amanda Hesser's bedroom because we had all of our photo shoots there. We shot them in her kitchen, we shot on her bedside table because that's where the best light was. This is the very first time that I decided that I could probably get away with actually cooking in her bedroom too and not maybe worry about spilling food all over her bedroom floor. So there we were, James Ransom, our photographer, sitting on her bed, me on my knees with my feet underneath her dresser and cooking on the bedside table. The photos came out really good and they ended up in the Genius Recipes cookbook. Okay, so that's it. That is all well stirred. So you can line it with parchment or one of these fancy silicone Silpat thingies so that your pan just doesn't get too sticky. Sorry for my necklace clinking. It wants to be part of the granola too. So the really cool thing about this is that unlike in roasting or sauteing where you don't want to crowd the pan or else you won't get any browning and things will steam, this one you can make it deep and all of those layers of granola are still gonna get nice and toasty brown. They just need a low oven, 300 degrees, and they need to be stirred occasionally, but even the bottom layers are gonna get toasty because of all that olive oil and the sweeteners and attention and care. Okay, that's it. I just made granola. I just have to toast it now. This is almost done, almost to the point that I like it. I really love it when it's all the way golden, every last oat. You can see like these chippy guys are getting nice and browned and candied. but there's still some lingering damp and less toasted ones underneath. So I think it's probably just like 10 more minutes. When I first wrote about this recipe on Food 52, I bragged that it had absolutely no clumps, and which I thought was a good thing. And I was set straight by a commenter named Fearless M, who said, I think anyone who brags about no clumps is missing the point of granola. Can you hear that? That little crackle? It's a gentle crackle, but it's happening. And everything is toasty and dry, and like as it dries, the sugars and the liquids like all kind of crystallize on the outside and make this shaggy crust. When do I get to eat it? Every single one of these things responds so well to toasting. Oats like to be toasted, nuts love to be toasted, coconut shards love to be toasted. I had to do that one for dramatic effect so you could hear the crunch. So here's what you can do if you want more recipes like this all the time. You should like this video, you should subscribe to our channel, and then you should go and make this granola. Make it right now and put whatever spins on it you want, and then come tell us about it. I want to hear about them.